Good morning all. So yesterday I decided to do two looks. So this was the second look. I did sort of like a dark grungy look with like a pop of colour on the under eye. So first things first, of course I went in with the City Colour eye palette and carved out with the L'Oreal Infallible in the number 322 in Ivory. And I then used the Imogenation Revolution palette. As my transition colours, I use sort of like the neutrals, dark brownie colours. So these I used the shades Too Nice and Sorry Not Sorry as a transition shade. I then went in with the colour Limo and I sort of packed that on and blended it on as much as I can. And eventually, once I sort of thought I'd got enough black on that, I then went in with the Pride Revolution palette. Unfortunately on this palette there's no names, but on the bottom there is like a shimmery black, so I just layered that on top of Limo just to create that like shimmery look, as I wanted it to stay as black as possible. But if anyone's got any recommendations for like a really black, then please let me know, because I just can't find any in any of my palettes that I've got. But yeah, this was probably one of my favourite looks, as I do really like the dark grungy look, and I kind of liked the bright pink underneath it. And that I used the Stacey Marie Carnival palette, and that was the colour funki, I think. But yeah, again, I definitely should have applied that after I'd done my whole face, because I kept having to go in and just make sure that it was blended. But underneath the brow, I used again another shade from the Stacey Marie Carnival palette, and it was the colour Mooney, and it's like a white shimmery iridescent-y sort of colour, just to make that pop. And I just went back in with blending brushes and big fluffy brushes just to sort of try and blend that out. So yeah, as you can see now, I'm going in with that shimmery black. I'm just trying to pack it on top of Limo. But yeah, any recommendations for a really black, then please let me know. Also, just putting it out there that I really need to find a good, it's gone from my head now, them that you stand your phones on. I need to find a higher one, because this angle is not good for my chins. I have genuinely got 5 chins, but this one's making me look like I've got 10. So I need a good sort of stand. Again, if anyone can recommend anything, that'd be greatly appreciated. Tripod, that's what it's called. Can anyone recommend a good tripod that goes quite high, please, and gives me the good angle? So again, I've just used the funky bright pink colour from Stacey Marie Carnival palette, just blended that out as much as I can underneath the eyes. So my holy grail again is the Anatomicals Don't Mourn the Morning Moisturiser. It's a replenishing hangover cream, and it's just it leaves a really good sticky layer, and I absolutely love it. I do use it as like as a primer, but at the end of the day before I go to bed, I do use the Ordinary drops and this Anatomicals moisturiser. I do really love it. the foundation I'm using on this one is the Barry M All Night Longwear foundation, I think it is, in the number 4 cookie. I think it is very, very full coverage. I don't think I've got the correct shade for me, but I'm really not arsed because I can bronze it up. As long as it's not too dark, then I can, not I, but I suppose a lot of people can make it work with bronzer and contouring and whatnot. Now I'm just going in, again with my usual L'Oreal Infallible Concealer shade 322 in Ivory. This part is where it starts to look crazy as you know what. I think because the eyes are so dark, but the underneath is so bright, and I definitely should have done the under eye after I'd done this step. But I suppose it's like anything, you just trust the process and fingers crossed it works. I think at this point I'm thinking, shit. I think I looked like, what's his name off of Addams Family, the bald-headed guy. And he's got really, really dark eyes, so I sort of thought I looked like him. So yeah, I'm just going in with a blending brush and just making sure that, you know, the bottom underneath is as blended out as possible. And just going over with any pink that's left on that brush, just going over and trying to blend it out as much as possible. And then I go in with the Primark contour stick. I just can't believe how good this contour stick is. Again, I've had this year's and I really, really, really love it. But if you notice this time around, I have used more bronzer and more of the darker shade of the contour because I want it like extra, extra, extra glam and extra coverage. To be fair, like I say, I probably would wear this on a normal day because I do love that fake look. But each to their own. I do really enjoy. I love makeup. I really do. And as you can see that I went in with the wrong one. I went in with the foundation stick instead of the contour stick. See, I'm just using the Real Techniques Beauty Blender just to blend that out as much as possible. Just going in with the Fit Me setting powder. I just used it everywhere that I use the concealer. And I do really like this, even though it is classed as like a translucent powder. If you put enough on your brush, which I do shortly, it brightens it. It brightens everywhere, so it is good. And I do use it, like I say, for a lot of mine. And again, the usual NYX California Beamin bronzer. Again, I use way more than this than I usually would, as like I say, I'm wanting that extra glam look. So this is where I just go in with the Fit Me powder. Again, I think you can really tell that it does brighten up more if you do pack it on your brush enough. Then I just use, again, the usual Barry M blusher palette. Usual Rimmel London Scandaleyes for my lashes. Just put some falsies on. I think I used the Exaggerate lashes from Eyelure, I think it was. And again, the Revolution Rose Gold Glow highlighting palette just for the corner of the eyes. And just anywhere really that I can get away with using this highlighter, then I will apply it. And I'm just using the Beamin Trendsetter in shade 181. And this is a matte look. I am still waiting for a couple of lip liners to be delivered because I want to mix up my lip routine. And as usual, just using more highlighter that I can get away with. And eventually I will get onto the Barry M All Night Long Setting Spray. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this look. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're all staying safe and staying well. Sending much love to you all. Bye bye. Mwah.